Hello folks, and Merry Christmas to you. It's Christmas Day and I've been busy having a go at editing a video from the highlights of 2015. So I'm hoping it's going to turn out. There's a couple of bits at the end which I haven't edited, but I've added them on just to make it that bit more interesting. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I may even do a bit more editing tonight, but I just wanted to let you know what I've been doing. I'm just trying it out with some editing software, and if it's any good, if I can get used to it, then I'll put in a mixture next year of raw and 1 or 2 edited videos. Okay, so I'm drinking me a cup of tea. I've had my roast dinner at my sister's today. Lovely. And that's it. My evening's going to be spent editing. So I don't know how long the video is going to take to get uploaded. Probably quite a while, because I think it's going to be going to be between 1.5 and 2 hours long. You'll just have to I don't know what you'll have to do. You'll either enjoy it or hate it, I don't know, but I've tried to cut out a lot of bits which are of no importance, and so it's going to be flicking from one thing to another. Hopefully you'll like it. We'll have to see, but I'd appreciate if you comment if you think it's alright or not. But it's just going to be one of those things I'm going to have to do a few of to try and get things right. It's just another learning curve. So, okay, I hope you're enjoying your day. You've had a good day, and if you've not had your meal yet, that you have a good Christmas lunch, and wish you all the best. Was hoping to be the allotment, but it's been raining today, and looks like it's going to be wet. Well, I don't know, it might not be wet tomorrow, so I might be able to pop up, but it's forecast rain all night, so probably it's just going to be too wet. So maybe I might get those 2 magazine reviews up tomorrow. Okay then, until next time, bye bye. I never did get round to sorting this area out, so that will be one of the first jobs. Well, won't be the first, but it'll be one of the jobs I need to get sorted by March. Still got the beans. I feel so ashamed. Still got them hanging up, but never mind. I'll get it sorted. This lot just needs sweeping out, and then it will look a lot better. I think you can see by looking at the raspberry canes, we've got quite a few now. So next year should be a good year. There's 3.5 rows there. The loganberries, can you see how it goes right from there, comes all the way around, goes right to the other side. That should be good this year. And looking across this one, we had so much growth on here. I've kept tucking it away inside itself, but it's, even after my last visits, which was late in the year, it kept on growing. So I'm probably going to, while I'm up here, I'm going to just tuck those back round. Rubbish needs to be thrown out, and all that area there needs dug up, and I need to recover that, and probably going to have some raised beds in. You can see the wind's blowing my things there. I'm not going to go in the tunnel now, but I have got about 50 strawberry plants in there. This is where the raised beds will go, hopefully by March, but depends on money. On the allotment, well, you can see the original tunnel's now down. That's been taken down. Morris has got that. Now I've just got to level this soil out here. Got to remove a load. Morrissey's going to take this black stuff for his poly, and I've got to just manoeuvre it all around, flatten it all out, because the raised bed is going to come, the polytunnel's coming to this point here from the edge of the raised beds. You can see I've been busy starting on the raised beds. This one needs filling up. I've doubled up these three here. All been doubled up, they've been weeded mostly, not completely. Need filling up with soil. Getting there, slowly but surely. So, can you hear the cockerels? Hens? Yeah. Up, which you can see the frames up here. And then along here we've got 1, 2, 3, there's 5 raised beds going to be here. Come up to the top of the plot, you'll be able to see a bit better. There you are. So the idea is that this tunnel is going to replace this one, which has torn at the far hoop. So this is all going to come down. It's going to be all netted, and what's in there at the moment, all the work surface, which was on the left, if you remember, is going to be moved into the new tunnel, and that will be on the left there as well. The reason why I'm putting it on the left is because the wind is predominantly going to hit that side, so it's always going to be cooler. Now having the pallets as I've got it warms the tunnel up, especially the black stuff on the top. It keeps the heat in, so having it on that side is going to add that bit of shelter. On the right hand side, just like I've got on the outside, the raised beds, there'll be 5 raised beds inside the tunnel. There'll also be one at the very end. So there'll be 6 raised beds in there and a work surface. In this tunnel there will be 11 raised beds in there. There'll be no work surface because it's going to be just netted over, so it's going to be purely for growing. Probably anything one needs protecting from the birds and from the insects. I'll have the strawberries growing in raised beds in there. So yeah, it's all starting to happen. Not sure about the front here. Thinking maybe it's going to be a little sit-down area. Yeah, I think we'll have a little sit-down area here and a little flower bed going round. In this year that I'm actually going to get on top of this area as well. So really it's the only bit left now, because I've gone through the whole area. If I take you over here, you can see we've added the extra raised bed in here. So we've got 4 over here now, double size. We've got the 2 in here, 1 over there. These are all the raspberry canes. Can you see, if you've been following my YouTube channel, you'll know that how few I started with. There is now approximately 250 canes in here, so it's quite a lot. I think it's been doubled up. I've now got 5 raised beds in here. I've got to add more soil, and that's the next thing, to get the soil. Loganberry, as you can see, it's all shooting. We can see on there. Might be. Yeah, I think you can see those buds. So that's this one here. Managed to get the polytunnel up completely. So this is how it's going to be. Pallets probably not going to be all well they are at the moment, because I've got to think of how I'm going to have the watering system, the guttering. So we'll have to see, because there's got to be a tank of water where the water runs into. It comes off the flap from the window. So anyway, I'm going to sleep on that and have a think about that one. But basically I'm going to have the pallets going, these collars or raised beds going right up to the tunnel filled with soil, and that will keep the cover secure. I did have an issue with the door not opening the other day, and for some reason it seems to work now. So anyway, we've got full use of the door. Yep.
These here are my summer raspberries. They want cutting back like this, drying it late autumn, and then these are the autumn raspberries. They come in after them. So you've got raspberries all through the summer and all through the autumn, and then come February, first week in February, you cut the autumn ones right down to the ground. So you see, all you see there's a few weeds, and then in the spring they'll start sprouting again, and you tie them in, so they're all nice and healthy.
Thanks for that bit of information, Morris.
Yeah, fine, yeah, well, I'll send you the bill after.
Let me just have a quick word. I should say this is Morris. You met Morris last year.
How do you do?
And
still here.
He's giving a quick little tour before our coffee break.
Right. Now, and biscuits.
Yeah.
This is a Victoria plum tree, 2-year-old. Now, if it has any fruit on this year, I have to take them off because it's too young to bear fruit, really. And come this way. This is an experiment. I've got 4 raised beds. I'm going to put onions in and carrots to try and beat the carrot fly. That's the idea of putting carrots in raised beds, because the carrot fly can only fly so high, and hopefully
unless it's windy. Unless it's windy.
Yeah, okay.
I should tell everyone that we do suffer from carrot fly up on these allotments.
Everywhere.
Apart from down my end.
If anyone knows of a way to beat the carrot fly, please let me know. This is a small strawberry bed I keep going.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
Morris, like me, has cut back on his strawberries. Well, obviously he got 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 18. He's got 36 there, hasn't he? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 32 he has.
And
he did have 60.
I gave too many away and then some rot and that, so this year I'm hoping to clear them all up and eat them.
Yeah.
There's a fence round my carrot bed. Now this is another experiment. I'm going to put fleece round there to try and keep the carrot fly out of there.
Okay.
I'll try again. This is a cold frame with a few lettuce plants in, which I've got to give a drink just now. This is my tunnel. This is a new acquisition from my friend Julie.
Yeah.
And who very nicely gave it to me, and I helped to clear some of the ground. So I'm hoping to grow great things in there. Tomatoes, salad stuff. And these here, they don't look much now, but in another month I should be cutting cauliflowers, spring cauliflowers, and they'll be beautiful. Right? Can you see these sticks on your camera?
Yeah, we can.
Right. Well, these are going to be my late crop of potatoes. The ground's been fed, look, in between.
So you got 6 rows?
Yeah, 6 rows there of Picasso. They were second early, but I use them as a main crop. They'll keep all winter.
Picasso, right. And they're large potato, aren't they?
Yeah, beautiful.
Great for chips.
Yeah, and roast.
Yeah.
Lovely roast. This is an onion bed. This is I've put these here because I've never grown onions here before, so I'm hoping we've had 1 or 2 years of disease, so I'm hoping these are going to be all right. They're onions and shallots here, look.
Okay.
Now this is my bean trench. Yeah, my kidney beans. The first 2, as you can see, more space between. They're going to be cucumber plants. I did very well last year outside cucumber plants. You don't need greenhouses and all sorts. That'll do fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many cucumbers do you normally get off a plant,
I
approximately?
get 6 or 8 cucumbers off a plate.
Right, okay.
This is not cool. This is nothing in here yet. And these are potatoes again. There's 2 more rows of Picasso, 2 rows of Kestrel, and these are the earlies. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're very early potatoes. Yeah, your new potatoes that you have eaten.
And which ones do you have?
Rocket,
Yeah.
which are fast growing, hence they're called Rocket, and Aaron Pilot, which is a very old one.
Yeah, that's the one I've got in mine, in my raised bed.
That's a very old one. And you won't see it on your camera, but it's just popping through, look. Near the stick.
Well,
There, look.
oh yeah,
See
yeah.
it? And it's just popping through to say hello.
Right,
So,
yeah, we can zoom right into
I
there.
should be digging him up and saying hello to him and putting him on my plate.
Yeah.
Peas, beetroot and all that sort of thing in here.
Okay.
It's all
And when will you be sowing those?
Or another month. Another month I should be putting me Erst green shaft peas in here. They're for the freezer.
Yeah.
She gets 10 and 11 to the pod.
Right.
And they're beautiful. I always grow baby beets. Always grow baby beets.
Yeah.
Because I like them, the small. I don't like when they get too big.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get a bit. I like them as a veg. I don't like them.
Right, okay.
They're Japanese onions there. They're all Japanese onions.
Ah, Japanese. Now, did I hear that some...
Senshu they're called.
Do they not have a big... They're not very big, are they? Some, or what, is it if they fail, they just produce green leaves?
They grow like any other
I
onion,
know, all
really.
right,
Oh,
because
yeah.
would
Yeah.
just...
But
I was
it's
listening to
all-
somebody and they said last year they got nothing.
Yeah, well, they did. Well, you get different. It's all up to Mother Nature.
Right.
If Mother Nature says you're not going to have any this year, then you won't get any. It don't matter what
Okay.
you do. But
So they are.
these, will be, these Japanese onions, which went in late autumn, will be ready to eat before the
your main
normal
crop, yeah.
onions.
Okay.
That's why we grow them. This is the last of my leek bed here. Now in here, I'm going to put my Swede in here and something else.
Oh, in the ground,
in
yeah.
the ground, yeah. In
Right.
there.
And what's happening in here?
In here, you won't see them yet, they're not through yet, but these are carrots.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 rows of carrots. I said, so notice how high it is. If you step back and take a picture of that, mind you don't fall. It's off the ground again.
It's waist high if you look at
Yeah,
Morris, yeah.
plenty. And hopefully, I'm going to get some lovely young carrots from here. They'll be the first carrots I eat.
Great.
Lovely. And this here is my compost bin. Hello. And just here, this is my pride and joy, which everyone can enjoy because it's all colour
Yeah.
right through the spring for them to look at.
And as you've seen in some of my pictures throughout the year and probably my videos,
Yeah.
Morris has dahlias in here.
Yeah.
And
Put dahlias along there, look. Pom-pom
Yeah.
dahlias, they're a beauty.
okay.
And then all these plants here, sweet williams, all these plants will all come into flower and bush and that there, that's a big red poppy, that one there.
Okay, yeah.
Grow my own opium.
Yeah. Do I see a poppy coming through there?
No, it's a weed.
Are you sure?
Yeah. When you've been gardening as long as me, Julie, you'll know that's a weed.
All right.
Yeah. So, there you are. So, if Julie brings you a bunch of poppies, Tell her the weeds. And that's it.
Okay then, thanks for doing that film, Morris.
I hope you enjoy your gardening this year. Happy digging.
Make it more taut. So I'll bring some more bricks down and I'll pile those on here. I'm not digging this tunnel in. I decided that from the beginning. I'm not going to dig it in. I'm going to see if we can get away with just having it weighted down. The framework is secure, and we'll see how it goes. The reason behind this is if I need to alter it in a year or 2 years or 3 years, the cover will be easy to come off, and I don't need to do double the work. So we'll see how it works. It really is gusty today. It's potted up. Well, I've just sown some snapdragons, a couple of trays of those, and I've also done some French beans. Unfortunately, I realised after I'd done them, I've made a mistake. They're not climbing ones. So I've just done 5 trays. I've just done about 60, sown about 60 seeds, and they're just normal ones. So we'll probably have to see about if we can do a swap or something later on in the year. Well, in a few weeks. I've got some more, so I'll have to sow them, but I'm not going to do it again today. You can see the carrots are coming really well. The leeks, very good. Still got no tomatoes coming in here, but we've got 4 plants in there. We've also got 4 in there. They're gardener's delight. But when you look at the Marmande ones, we're absolutely loaded with those. Cosmos growing lovely. The carrots in the bed growing every day. You can clearly see the lettuce, and we've got some parsley coming through. The onions are shooting up even more. Just look at that. You won't believe I gave this all a soaking an hour or 2 ago, and it's all dried up already. I'm probably going to give it a little sprinkle of water before I go. Sweet peas, another batch coming through. We've got the first sunflower come through today. I can't remember when I set them. I'll have to have a look on my videos, I suppose. So it's all looking good. So we're going to have so what we've got. They are sweet peas, aren't they? I'm sure they are. Yeah. So that means we've got. So that's it. I think that will. Finished the climbing beans. I've planted some courgettes. I've put 2 seeds to each of these pots. We've got 12, so that gives us 12 if they come through. And then I had a look in the cucumber packet. I mean, I have got several, but I just had a look in this one, and there was only 9 seeds in there. So, sorry, 8 seeds. So I've put 1 seed in each of these pots, and I've watered it all. So that was the little job I've done today. As I say, we've still got lots more to do. I'm not sure what the time is. Well, it's still early. It's only 20 to 2. I think it's time for a tea break now. I do love having the tunnels. I know allotments can't have them, but believe me, if you get the chance, get one. These, if you can't afford a lot, or you don't want to risk having an expensive tunnel on the allotment, from this variety, grow your own on eBay. A lot's happening this year compared to last year. I'm back on track. I'm hoping to continue on track, hoping to give some more interesting videos for you. One person suggested that I should group all my videos together, so like all the ones to do with rhubarb, put them all in a little, sort them all out so they're all together. And I suppose I ought to sort of produce some sort of index system, because there is, I think there's 290, I don't know, there's 298 videos on there now. So you'll get my good and my bad points. All my face pulling, I know what I'm doing with my thumbs around. I don't know. I couldn't believe how much I did it. I never realised. It is actually when I'm relaxed, I tend to do it, but I do realise, having watched my videos, it can be irritating, so I apologise for that. I really do. But I hope you are enjoying them. I know I'm not like these other entertaining gardeners, like Rick and Sean and all these. They're all, they've just got the gift of the gab. And it is really hot in here, but I'm working. It's 34 degrees, 90 Fahrenheit. I've been sowing these Dahlia showpiece mixed, and I've got a shuttle tray. That's the plastic tray with 15 of these 4-inch or thereabouts pots, and if you look, what I've done is I've firmed the soil down, leaving a bit of space to sprinkle 1/4 of an inch of soil on top. I've dropped in 2 of the Dahlia seeds. That's these seeds here. Let me take you right in. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Now I've put 2 in each of them. So all I'm going to do now, I'm not going to bore you with too much, but I'm just going to sprinkle some soil over the top. As always, I use Westland multi-compost, the cheap stuff. And no, in case you're wondering, I do not get commission from them. I wish I did. Well, it's been a to and froing day for the allotment today. But basically what I've done, one of the things what I've done today, I've been potting up my raspberries and my loganberries. Now all these plants down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them, they're all loganberries. So they're all, hopefully they'll shoot. We've got 2 which I did at home. They're doing fine. I've done them last year and the year before. So we'll have to see how they go. Now over here I found some normal raspberries. I think there's summer ones, and so I've potted those up. So all these plants will either survive or they won't. If they don't, it's no loss, just a bit of time. These are all golden raspberries, and we've got 8 there and we've got 1 on the floor. These are so fast growing, and you think you've got the plant out of the ground and new ones pop up. But I have been doing weeding as well. But what I've done is I've brought the frame from home, and I've covered this bit of ground which I've dug it up, got the weeds out best I could, and I've covered it over. And this is that was my work surface out the old tunnel. So I've put, it's a pallet what's been covered with a weed fabric, and basically I've put that onto the ground. It's pretty flat, and I've done a temporary fix to the sides, to the hinges. It's only a temporary one. And I've put some cosmos and some kohlrabi in there. I haven't really looked in the bottom tunnel to see whether there's anything new happening. I can tell you that there is more seeds popping up in these flower beds, so that's good. Let's have a go and have a peep. I've been so busy I've not had a chance to see whether there's any changes. Yeah, I can see that there's more rudbeckia coming up. They're all dotted all over now. Here we are then, folks. Life at the allotment. Bacon sandwiches, cup of coffee. What more can you ask for? What do you think, Terry?
Thank you very much.
Good service, isn't it?
Good service. We could do with a better cook, though, I think, to get a few more cobs out.
Here we are, folks. Life on the allotment. Nice barbecue. What more can you ask for? It's already got, how many have we got? 6, 7, 8, 9. There's already 12 of us here, and it's still early. Say something for the camera, Julie.
No.
Yes. What are you going to tell us something about what you've been doing today on the allotment?
Why? What's this then?
I'm filming you.
Oh, don't film me. Look, you are.
I don't mind. I couldn't care less.
All right, we're going to have a game.
No, I've done nothing on the allotment today.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Is that same as usual?
Very dare you.
So there you are, folks. That's what it's all about. And here's mine. I'm already started on mine.
That sounded better than watering to eat. Well, I didn't water yesterday, so
That's Ray over there, the chairman, the big man. Roger, Sue, Brian, Julie, Annette.
It seemed to rain quite a lot, actually. Yeah. Yes, it did, because it filled one of my water.
Just a quick chat about strawberries. Now, when you've got this time of year, when you've got your strawberries in flower, like this one here, the thing you've got to watch out for is the frost. Now, if we have a bad frost and they're not in a sheltered place, then what will happen is this centre part here will turn black, dark brown black. Once that happens, the strawberry is no good. Even if it grows, it's going to be stunted. So you need to then take the flower off. Let me show you one which I can see that's been caught by frost. It's just over here. This one here. So that one there, I've got fingernails. I'm just going to nick it, and I've taken it off. And that one's no good. I'm going to see if I can find one which is more visual, because they do go jet black. They are. That one there. That one there in the centre, that's been caught. I need to take that off because that'll be no good. It's pointless trying to grow it because it's just going to, energy is going to go into that, which could have been going into these healthy ones. I'm back again. Here we are. Here's a fine example of frost damage. Can you see that? Just look at that. Hey all, just thought I'd show you how my new water system for my polytunnel is going. I've managed to get it working. I've changed the direction the water's flowing. It's a bit of an optical illusion, so although what your eye tells you one way, you've got to try the other way if it's not successful. On my next big project at the allotment, you may remember I had 3 rhubarb plants in here. Well, they've gone up. Got too much rhubarb for what we can cope with. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put 5 raised beds into her. I've just put them down for the moment just to see how they fit. I know that if we come at this angle here, you can clearly see they're not level, but that doesn't matter at this point. Probably won't matter really anyway once I've got them. I'm not too fussed about them being exact. I'm still not sure what I'm going to put in here. I've certainly got things. Hello. Well, for my video earlier on, things have changed and I've got the soil, and I've filled in one at the end. Now I've got these 4 to do. I'm going to get started on that. I've got my friend Sharina coming, so I'll probably get her to help me with something else. I've already done all the watering today. I did that when I first came back this afternoon. And I've bought some more seeds. I'm going to show you what I bought in the next clip, which will come after this one. So I'm just going to get on now so you can just see. Basically what I've got, Westland's multi-purpose compost. A bag of that goes into one of these collars. Then I add a bag of manure. Then I add a bag of topsoil on the top. The wood what's sticking up to break the soil down, I just give it a little press. As it's compressed, and then when you get to over half, that's that. Get the rake. Break it all. That's the bed done. I'm not going to bore you now with doing the other 3, but you can see how I progress, and I'll catch you in a little while. Hi-oh, it's just a quickie. I've now more or less done the 5 beds and they're all ready, and I've got to decide whether I'm going to go another tier higher, so double them up, or whether I can find room for the remaining 5 somewhere else on the plot. We'll see. Anyway, look what we have. We have strawberries. Look at those. Oh, beautiful, eh? I think I'm going to leave them till tomorrow before I pick them. So before strawberries for my mum. Hello all, I'm back with Nigel, and we're doing a follow-up from the earlier video where we showed you about the apples when they're in bottom. So over to Nigel, here he is.
Right, we're going to have a look at a few of the varieties that are in the garden and which are now starting to develop. You might not know enough about apples to know that there are really 3 types. There are the phase 1 apples, which are very early, like Discovery. Then you've got the mid-season apples like Cox or Braeburn, which you're familiar with from the supermarkets. And then you've got phase 3 apples, which are very late. And these never get into the supermarkets because they have slightly unusual flavours, but they're far superior in their keeping quality. Is that if you have an apple which ripens rapidly, then it won't keep very long. So if we look at this one here, you can see this is relatively large at the present time.
Okay.
If you look at the one next to it, this is a very late apple, and you can see it's developing much more slowly.
Yeah.
So we can say that this one is going to ripen very steadily, and it's going to keep for a long time probably. This other one is only going to keep probably for a few weeks, and it'll be ripe. I think this one's ripe in mid-September.
A video, but we were talking about the blossoms and different varieties what Nigel grows. If you look here, you can see these apples which are red. This is something new to me because I've always seen them as green in the earlier stages. But these are actually a red fleshed apple, aren't I right though, Nigel?
Yes, these are quite unusual. The whole plant for this particular tree, if you look at the leaves, you can see the leaves, although they're green, there is a hint of red about them, and if I turn a leaf over, you may be able to see there are reddish veins in it. And in fact, trees like this, there is a red pigment going through the flowers, the wood, and the apples themselves. And if you slice an apple, this is one that's fallen off, you can see it's red inside.
Wow, and it's going to just give you a little tour of the fruit. So we'll start with the loganberries. Right, I've got to be careful here that I don't get my own. Okay, right folks, can you see these? These are loganberries. Now, they're not quite ripe. You're looking, I've just picked, so I don't know whether I can find one which... Sorry, it's the sunlight. That one's not far off ready. Hang on. They are. That's not far off ready, but it's not quite right. Hang on a minute. You can, yeah. If you do just a very slight twist and it comes out straight away, then you know it's ripe. Normally you just have to like tug at them a little bit. That's how I pick them, but I'm probably picking them a little bit too early. What happens is when they get really ripe, they get a lot darker. I will show you, I will compare one in a minute. Well, I'll keep this in my hand and I'll show you to one which I've picked, which is perfect to weed round them, but they're still not quite ripe either. If we come through, right, you see this lot all here? They are all golden raspberries. Now, a golden raspberry is smaller than a normal red raspberry. In fact, I'm just seeing if I can find... That's a small one, I'm going to eat that. But it's not, they are fractionally bigger. But I have been picking them. It's nice. Can you see? So I'd probably say they're half the size of a normal raspberry. At least mine are anyway. But loganberry, right. Okay, I was talking about loganberries. Here's the one what I picked. I don't know whether we can, let's compare it. That's one, this is the one I just picked. And that's the one, can you see? I don't know whether you can see it. Can you see the slight difference? That is a darker red. That's really ripe. So something like that one's probably a bit, that one's been picked too early. I've seen it okay on one side, but it's not on the other. But it'll still be alright for the wine. So anyway, that's what we picked this morning from the allotment. Cornflowers, aren't they beautiful? In fact, I'm going to have to take some pictures in a minute. I think they're stunning. Just look at that. And just look at the Californian poppies. Beautiful. Just take a few minutes to take this colour in from my beds, my annual beds with a few dahlias and cosmos. and sweet peas thrown in. Now isn't that beautiful? What a display. We've got bees, we've got hoverflies, wasps, we've got all sorts of little insects having their witty way on these plants. Got lovely white poppies and red ones and orange ones, and we've got all sorts, and we've got dahlias coming out. Let's look at that, tucked away, you wouldn't know it was there. Beautiful, isn't it? Californian poppies, look at those, they are beautiful. Okay, Nigel, we've got the sweet peas here. These have been flowering for weeks, and
Yeah, I'm really fascinated by how well you can get these sweet peas growing, because I've got a friend that grows sweet peas, and although she puts a tripod up, the plants never seem to grow up it very well, and they just often seem to remain in a tender heap at the bottom. Eventually a few flowers do form, but these have been, they're lovely flowers. The plants are vigorous, and the stems have formed well, and it doesn't seem, it looks so easy when Julie does this, but I'm trying to work out what she does that my friend doesn't do.
okay. Where I start from is the actual seed pods on these plants. Once they've gone a sandy colour, I'll collect the seeds, and then come the following year, about March time, I shall sow the seeds in my polytunnel, and they'll gradually start growing over the next few weeks. I keep them protected in the tunnel until, I suppose, early April. I know we'll get frost kind of up till June, but I tend to keep them in as long as possible in the tunnel. So they're actually probably about this height when they actually come out. Probably some of them could even be approaching 12 inches, but normally about 8 inches.
How do you know which seeds to choose? Are there some that grow faster or better than others? Any particular colours, or do you look for bigger seeds or bigger seed
Right,
pods?
yeah. When I'm actually picking them, when they're actually gone a sandy brown colour, I look for the largest actual size pods, and they're going to have the bigger round seeds.
Yeah, okay.
and then when I'm actually popping them, I put them into a little coffee cup, and I can see which ones. The ones what are the biggest tend to be the ones what I'll set.
Yeah, yeah.
The ones what are really tiny, you know, like half the size of the others, I just leave to one side.
So if you had, say, in your tunnel you've got 50 plants, perhaps, out of those 50, how many of those do you actually choose the best plants there? Or
No,
do you just
how it works is I'll use a 6-inch pot, the top, so it's about this big, and how I do it is I put seed about an inch apart all the way around the outer circumference. Perimeter.
Yes, yeah.
And then about an inch in, I'll put another lot, and I'll go right through to the centre.
Right, yeah.
They'll all then grow through. When I actually comes to putting them into the ground, I'll give it a little squeeze that pot, turn it upside down, take the plants out, and gently prise each one apart. If it's a couple together, then depending on how many are grown, I'll probably leave them together. I will then put them into the soil, and they'll go against something like maybe one of these posts, or if the fence is right next to it, which it isn't along here, but if it was, I would then use a bit of a string, or I've got these. I managed to get these round. I don't know what you call them. I got them from a pound shop. I'm not actually sure what they're for, but they've got a break in them, and you just hook them around your plant and around the wire. In fact, I don't know whether we've got one on these. No, we haven't. No.
Yeah, so you've got to make sure they're tied up to some sort of support.
And then you just got to keep an eye on them, and then once they grow a little bit bigger, just give them another little helping hand. And it's only really the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then after that they'll just grow up the whatever's there.
Yeah, the friend I've got, the problem she has is that it's growing the first 12 to 18 inches. That's about half a metre, I guess. But when they're really small, you've obviously got to keep them watered. And of course, every time you water them...
Watering's one of the key things.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they're not tied up, they just collapse onto the ground again.
Yeah.
And this is
so you've got to support them, give them a little helping hand when they're at that delicate stage.
Right, okay.
And then after that, after the first, say, month, they'll grow up. And
are there any
let me just... You'll get a similar thing to this, and you'll get these windy things, and they actually hook onto your support. They wrap round.
Yeah.
When you see a similar thing to this on the plant, when they're at an early stage, you just give them a little helping hand onto that fence or trellis or whatever, and just wrap it round if you can, and that's it.
Yeah. Are there any pests on these plants? Like, for example, I do a lot of apple seedlings, and I have to be really careful to stop aphids. Do you get any?
I don't have any
like
problem
that?
at all. They
Nothing
don't
like
get
that?
sprayed or anything. No.
Right. Okay.
No.
Well, thanks very much. I'll pass your method on, and hopefully we'll be a bit more lucky next year.
Okay then. Thanks, Nigel. We'll just I've got they all know me by now. I've got the app. So yeah. So while it's shutting down, we've still got 1 or 2 flowers. But obviously, what I should mention is, if you don't cut the flowers in time, what happens then? They go to seed.
Does that stop?
Because the actual, if you look, the seed part, that's where the flower used to be.
Oh, I
where
see.
the seed's coming out is where the flower was.
So
the more you actually take these off, the more flowers you're going to get for a longer period.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Julie.
That's all right. Thanks for watching.
Well, you weren't expecting me, were you? You're tuned in to Julie's Allotment.
Hello all. Well, been an exciting day today. As you've probably already guessed from a little introduction from Sean, I've had them down the plot judging. So anyway, I thought now that's out of the way. You can see where I've been a bit quiet the last few days. I've been busy. I just thought I'd show you around the plot now. So I'm just gonna show you all the flowers, what I've got around the little sit down area here. I've got the lupins, what I've gone in for next year. They're all flourishing. I've got various perennials, what I've put in. We've got the zinnias and we've got the asters, they're all in bloom, looking lovely. I shan't go into the tunnels. I'll leave that for another day, because it's been a long day. I've been up on the plot since 7 this morning. I don't know what it is now, it's about 3 I think. But I'll let you have a little look round and see. It's all looking nice and tidy. I do love looking at the flowers. Just look at those, aren't they beauties? It's my little bit of joy. I've actually been painting this morning up here. My hands are all covered in paint. But it's been lovely. I'll share that painting with you when I've got it finished. Now, I've got to be careful on this area here, because you may have, if you follow me on Facebook, you would have heard that I got stung. It turns out they were wasps, not bees. We've had a closer look. I didn't want to get too close, but it is wasps. And I had 5 stings. I had to go to hospital yesterday. But apart from the itching, it's not too bad. There you are. I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see the nest. It's in my vertical strawberry bed. There you are. Let's look at that. I'm not going to get too close. Anyway, the dahlias are all starting to come out. I've got Roger here. He's picking some loganberries because we've just had too many. They look alright, Roger?
Yeah, very good. Very good, thank you.
So that's the, as I say, I'm not hanging around there too much. I've had enough of those things. The rhubarb, what I grew from seed. Plants are all looking great. They've enjoyed the rain. The gooseberries, what I transplanted. The cuttings, what I took, are made nice little plants. Courgettes, we've had a few off here already, and I can see we've got another couple in there. And the rhubarb is just put on another spurt. We can actually use some of that for winemaking. Raspberries, I'm just getting sick and tired of. We've had so many. Oh, and just look, we've got some of these lovely, yummy strawberries on here. And we can see, look at those. They're nice and tasty. It's all activity up here. We've got Ray walking down there. He's hiding from the camera, but I've got him.
You got him on camera?
Yeah, got his backside. Fruit tree's looking good.
Grumpy.
So there you are. It's looking quite good.
Well, we ain't started picking anywhere, right? Yeah.
I've got the perennials and dahlias and some lupins, what have all gone in here, and they've all pretty well taken. We've got 1 or 2 losses maybe, but can't grumble.
You know what I mean? So,
That's it. Thanks for watching.
You've got a problem with please here as well.
So we are. I don't really notice them.
I do, I can't swear to you.
I know, but I don't notice them when I'm down there.
So the first plot I've come to see on the Britain's Best Allotment tour is Julie. Now, how long have you had this plot?
4 years.
Why did you take the plot on to begin with?
Originally to grow flowers, to be able to take photos, to be able to paint.
Right. Now, a lot of people take the plot on because they want to grow food, so you've done it for a completely
Different reason, yeah.
Completely
That's me, always different.
So, just tell me a bit about the actual plot that you've got. Do you know the size?
Yeah, the total size is 150 feet by approximately 20 feet.
And
I've got it's an L shape.
Yeah. So you've taken bits on as
Yes.
time
Yeah.
as time has gone on.
We've each got well, the family's got a plot in each name.
Right. Right. You've got all of that.
Yeah.
So, what does it actually give you to come up here and spend time? Because it's far more than just doing veg or doing flowers.
It's an escape. Gives me that little bit of peace from my caring duties at home. I also get to socialise, and I do a bit of painting up here as well, on the photos and that lot.
I saw you had an easel.
Yeah,
And that must be quite with the heat in there.
yeah, I know. Well, I'd go outside on the other table that's
Right.
up there.
Right.
And, sit there.
Now, why did you start your channel? YouTube channel?
I think it was through watching other people's channels. I think it might, it's a long while ago, but I think it was Claire's channel that originally got me into what I was about this.
And what's the experience been like?
It's been great. It's been great because it's like it's things like a social side, which you,
It does feel like it's an extension of the plot somehow.
yeah, it does.
But
Yeah,
there's this virtual plot in cyberspace where everybody's got. Maybe that's what we should do. A map of everybody's plot.
yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Because you've been filming it for quite a while now.
Yeah, I think it's 3 years ago when I started filming. Before then, I just took photos.
And recently you've started putting some painting videos,
Yes,
which
yeah.
is quite a good.
Yeah, because
quite
I
a good
also
idea.
like to do painting in it, so yeah, I'll put that up. And it's generally, most of the people who watch the allotments are quite happy to watch those as well.
You're also getting the winemaking on the go as well.
We are, yeah.
Ready for
Got Nigel.
the winter, so you can
Yeah.
be sat in your shed drinking.
Yeah,
That's something that I might be having a go at. We'll see. There's so many plans. It's just
well,
trying to
I
find
know,
time.
that's it.
But you've got some biscuits and you've got a cup of tea.
We have,
so,
yeah. You've got some, you've already had
yeah,
your chocolate cake.
I've already had some cake. So while we're supping outside, let's have a quick example of Julie's allotment. So while we sup on outside, let's have a quick example of Julie's allotment. And then I'll put in some shots from your channel.
Okay.
A bit like, because I'm doing several different things at the same time here today. So then, how do you approach the videos? Do you plan them or?
Mostly it's spur of the moment. I tend to film every day really. Well, no, I have been filming every day from the growing season. So from about, I'd say March, April. It depends on how
There's not
whether it's
actually a
late.
lot to film at this time of year.
There isn't, no.
Because you're just waiting things.
I know
let it grow.
we're sort of kind of waiting for things to grow and
Or
kind of
complaining
winding
about the
down a
weather.
little. Yeah.
Because the weather's been a bit awful
I know.
this year, isn't it? And it'll all kick off again in 2 weeks now when September comes and
Yeah.
starting again.
Yeah, and it'll be all planning again. Well, I already am. But next year with my flowers.
So how much time do you spend here? Too much, isn't it?
Between two and a half and 3 hours every day. Now, admittedly, that's not all working time because we do have a social side of it. So
And
we'll be
obviously
having
there is a tea.
yeah.
There is a tea tin.
We'll be having a drink and that.
Yeah.
So So maybe 2 hours of work.
And wait until the home brew comes out and you work for 6 hours a day.
I know. Yeah, so I film at Nigel's for that. And then we have got some other things that we're hoping to do, videos on Polytunnel.
What's the last for security? It seems a fairly
Just like,
safe site.
yeah, but it's, I mean, maybe it's better than some, but we do have our trouble. It tends to be every couple of years that you'll get broken into. You can see with the
Yeah, with your shed.
yeah.
Your shed will come.
I had my petrol mower stolen, so that doesn't get left up there anymore.
You do find some sites they get broken into over a week or two and then nothing happens for 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's what
We had a spate of trouble, which was mainly due to we've got council offices over there,
right.
and they've got where they have all the gravel and stuff. They've got big tankers for fuel. And what was happening is the travellers or gypsies or whatever, they were coming through our gate,
Right.
and then they were just knocking the fence down at the end, and they were then pinching all the barrels. You know, they had got, I don't know how many hundreds of gallons of fuel. We've got now, the council have put one of those pollards that comes out the ground.
So people can find you. How often do you post? And what's the name of the channel?
It's Julie's Allotment.
So
You
just-
put that in, you'll
just search,
find me.
yeah.
And I tend to film this time of year, maybe every 2 or 3 days. From about March to June, it tends to be every day, and there might even be more than one video. Or, it depends. I might do little videos. I try and keep them small, so I don't work these too much.
Yeah, I think when a channel starts off, it's good to just start with 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then as you grow, then you can go to half an hour,
Yeah.
45 minutes. But I think if you start with 45 minutes straight off, it's quite hard for
That's
people
right, yeah.
to get in and get
Yeah.
connected to.
It has to be something that they want to see.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I must say this tea is going a bit cold, so I think we better go and put the kettle on. So
right, yeah.
that's all. That's all from me, and I'll see you on the next one. There you go. 7 minutes. Nice and short. Right. I better go and have a look at your plot then.
Yeah.
Do some judging.
Yeah.
so dry, aren't they?
Mm. It's a bit hard to tell which one's which. I suppose that's that one.
Oh,
Yes, it's only the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
that must be the first batch, I think.
Pardon? Yeah. Yeah, right.
Interesting display of apples here. And some Japanese quinces. Apples again, looks a bit like Spartan, I think.
I thought they were radishes at first.
There we are, Nerines and amaryllids.
Yeah, there's too many of them.
That is Julie, I think, with the hat on. Oh, there she is. See if we can zoom in.
Amazing. My kind of store, folks, the Dahlia, National Dahlia Society.
It puts our humble efforts to
They concentrate on that all the time.
Thank you for those very few.
Yeah, they don't have full-time jobs.
Well, not anyway anymore, but you're right. Julie, go away with that camera.
Well, they might have done upside the middle of the stem, yeah. Yeah, I can't see anything, so they look perfect.
Are you familiar with all these, Nigel? This one here, Howgate Window.
These are cookers, so I'm not quite familiar with these.
No.
But you can notice, though, Julie, the difference between those both Howgate Windsor. Look how difficult it is to identify. Look how different they are.
Oh, they both have
Yeah.
it. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, that doesn't.
Makes you wonder whether they are.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Howgate Wonder, but this one does. Yeah, they're amazingly different for what are meant to be the same thing, same variety.
They're not the same, are they? Because
Someone's told them what the variety is, and they've just continued it. These don't look like Bramleys either. They look like Bramleys. One of those.
They do. One of them, don't they? Like a Bramley, isn't it?
I'm getting hungry looking at these apples.
This is a pretty impressive display, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
This looks like the staff earlier. I just wanted to know what is that? Squash. Look at the size of it.
My battery hasn't altered yet.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. It's a very good bit of kit, that is. Oh, look at
That
this
just
apple.
shows you it's because I'm using it with the wireless that drains the battery.
So it's, oh I see, yeah, so that'll keep, it'll be on continuously, won't it, I guess?
Yeah.
And there'll be other things that are switched on
Yeah.
as opposed to just the
Yeah.
camera. Yeah, the
I
control
know.
system. Look at those apples there, they're almost luminous.
Yeah. I forgot I was still recording. Sorry about that, folks. I thought I was still recording, so I was going everywhere with the camera.
and over there. 80. Oh, they've got names on quite a few of these. This event a few years ago. And this is it's a fruit that tastes very like a melon. It's called a pepito. It's in the same family as it's in the solanum family, like potatoes and tomatoes, and it has a flower very like a potato flower, which is purple with a yellow centre. And they were using these as a sort of strange fruit as the basis of a student project about 4 years ago. One of the agricultural colleges, wasn't it?
Agricultural college down in Kent, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there were, the task the students had to do was to work out how to grow these things on a small commercial scale, and then do a marketing booklet and try and sell quite, a substantial quantity of them.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it was a really interesting project.
Oh, thanks for that.
This could form the basis of a nice children's competition.
Yeah.
Dressing up a vegetable so it looks like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly something for next year's allotment
You'll have
show.
to suggest it.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
I know, they're beautiful.
Inches deep for us to